This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
One township in our area is seeing an economic boom. We'll have the latest on the new development. Plus, Janine's here with another fitness tip, and Ron Marchetti has trivia treats. Good evening, and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Lisa Sugart, sitting in for Ken Cara. Well, while many communities struggle to attract new businesses to their community, there is one township in our viewing area that seems to be growing by leaps and bounds. Hazel Township Supervisor Chairman Bill Gallagher is excited about the growth currently underway on the Airport Beltway and throughout Hazel Township.
American Eagle Outfitters had just opened up their new plant, 1,300,000 square foot, approximately 600 jobs permanent and quite a lot more temporarily. Advanced Packaging, which is a part of the Frito-Lay Corporation, had opened in probably June or July. They're doing some repackaging of Frito-Lay products. We have the All Pro dealership, again, our sponsor for the fireworks this year. They will have up to 5 automotive dealerships coming in within the next 2 years, 3 to begin with, and then 2 a little bit later on, a bank, a car wash. And also there's a development on the corner of 28th and North Church Street that will be announced probably next month, within the next month to 6 weeks, that there'll be a substantial investment going in that corner right by McDonald's. So right now there's a lot going on. The Laurel Mall's working on some new tenants out there. They have some great plans, and hopefully they'll take off, and we'll just keep moving right along.
And when big places like this are coming in, then they're attracting others to follow them.
Right. When you get the quality of things like AutoZone and ADM and those kind of companies, American Eagle, and even Amazon, when you have those large amount of employees, there's a lot of spin-off jobs, and hopefully we're looking at maybe some more food or restaurants going in the Humboldt area to help with the amount of people that are out there. There's also a few other good prospects that we're working on now with places in Humboldt. So yeah, anytime you can get that. There's some things about 309. There's been some rumors about a Popeyes coming. They haven't approached us yet, but we're waiting to hear from them. So yeah, there's a lot of development going on all over the township, and we're more than welcome to keep moving right along with it.
Hazel Township Supervisor Chair Bill Gallagher. Of course, we will keep you up to date on any other new developments in Hazel Township. In other news tonight from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker, Sugarloaf police are investigating a retail theft. It took place yesterday afternoon around 3 p.m. at Gould SureSave on Route 93 in the township. According to Police Chief Josh Winters, the suspects took several $100s worth of meat products from the store. Now, police released these surveillance photos. Police are also asking that anyone with any information on that incident should contact the Sugarloaf Police Department. Their number is 788-5339. Meanwhile, Hazleton police responded to the Empire Hookah Lounge at Broad and Pine Streets early on Sunday morning for a report of a fight involving guns and baseball bats. The call came in just before 4 a.m. When police arrived on scene, they found a 22-year-old Hispanic male unconscious, lying in a nearby parking lot. Police said the victim sustained a serious head injury. He was transported to Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and then later transferred to Lehigh Valley Hospital Cedar Crest. Police have not released the name of the victim or his condition. Anyone with information on that incident is being asked to contact the Hazleton City Police. And on Saturday night, Hazleton police responded to a robbery. It happened around 9:18 p.m. on Saturday at the C&P store, 118 East Chestnut Street in the city. According to police, a man dressed in all black with his face covered was armed with a handgun and demanded money from an employee. The suspect then fled on foot before police arrived on scene. There were no injuries reported. Anyone with information on that incident also asked to call the Hazleton Police. Well, the search continues for a man accused of shooting and killing one state trooper and seriously injuring another. Today, authorities announced that they believe they are closing in on Eric Frayne, the man they believe is responsible for the September 12th shootings that killed State Police Corporal Brian Dixon and seriously injured Trooper Alex Douglas in Blooming Grove Township. State Police Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens said the search is concentrating in northern Monroe County near the Pike County border and that the search area is narrowing. He said state police are using thermal imaging and other technology, but declined to comment on their effectiveness. Meanwhile, Governor Tom Corbett, who led the news conference, said he could not imagine state police ending the intense search if Freen is not caught soon. The governor did rule out bringing in the National Guard. Well, Pennsylvania's first gubernatorial candidate debate will take place tonight. Republican Governor Tom Corbett and his Democratic challenger Tom Wolf will square off at a Pennsylvania Chamber of Commerce and Industry dinner in Hershey this evening. Wolf is a wealthy York businessman who is challenging the incumbent Corbett. This evening's debate is the first of 3 that are scheduled. The others will take place October 1st in Philadelphia and then the third on October 8th in Pittsburgh. Well, residents throughout Pennsylvania continue to watch and wait to see if property tax reform will become a reality here in the Keystone State. Last week, FYI reported that by a 6-5 vote, the State Senate Finance Committee did pass Senate Bill 76, the bill known as the Property Tax Independence Act. It would eliminate all school property taxes across the state. To replace that revenue, the legislation would broaden the base of the state sales tax to include more services and products, as well as increase the state sales tax from 6 to 7%. Now, I had the chance to talk with State Representative Tara Toohill last week during her senior expo at the Laurel Mall about Senate Bill 76.
Well, Senate Bill 76, the fact that it passed out of the Senate committee makes you very hopeful. So we're over in the House of Representatives and we have to wait for this bill to come over. And the problem is that the Senate only has 6 scheduled days left. So it has to go to a floor vote on the Senate floor before it can ever come back to us. The governor and a lot of the legislators, we've spoken about coming back after the election and doing a special session on pensions or doing a special session on the property tax relief, because those are the top issues that people are talking about, and people know that pension and the high pension cost is immediately driving up your taxes, your property taxes, and it's all related. So it gives me hope that I saw them expediting that out of that committee, but I am a little worried that the clock is ticking and it might not make it to the finish line and even come before me in the House that I'll be able to vote on it. But if you're out there and you like to get involved in government, please contact your senator. Senator Udicek voted for this. He is a yes vote on Senate Bill 76, which is total elimination of property taxes, and I support that as well. So we are trying very hard to move that piece of legislation, although that's not always easy to do.
Has your office been receiving phone calls in regards to that?
We have, and a lot of the seniors, they come here today and they are struggling. The property taxes are very high in Luzerne County, and these people live on fixed incomes. They maybe have no retirement, or they're on Social Security, and our seniors really suffer. And when they lose a spouse, they very shortly sometimes lose their house right after that. So it is a very hard issue, and it's something that it affects our middle class and our middle-aged folks, but it really affects our seniors. So
we will, of course, keep you up to date on the progress of Senate Bill 76. In other news tonight, almost 300 people signed a petition that was recently presented to the bank's township supervisors. The petition was signed by residents concerned that a new fire station could be built on this lot in their neighborhood. Residents are concerned that the former ball field could become the home of a newly created Southside Emergency Services. The residents' action comes after a committee has been formed to look into the merger of the McAdoo, Keystone, and Tresco volunteer fire companies. McAdoo Fire Chief Bob Leschko says the talk of where a new central fire station would be built is premature because the companies have not yet merged. Well, autumn officially begins this evening, and according to AAA's Mid-Atlantic Division, the prices at the pump are falling just like the leaves and the temperatures. AAA says that motorists in the Wilkes-Barre, Hazleton, Scranton metropolitan area are now paying less at the pumps than any point this year. Today's Wilkes-Barre average price is $3.37 a gallon. That's down 41 cents from the 2014 high price of $3.78 a gallon. That was back on May the 5th. Definitely some good news as you head out to the pump today. And for all of the day's news, please don't forget to pick up a copy of the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Also remember to sign up for text alerts, and you can catch breaking news at standardspeaker.com or on their Facebook page, and you can go to our website at SSPTV and our Facebook page as well. Still ahead, we have the Cole Scale for the latest week in high school football. And if it's Monday, that means Janine's back with Core Fitness and another great exercising tip.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, today it is Monday, and I'm telling you not to work out for once. Yeah, we said that right?
Yes,
Kim is here at Core Fitness, and it is important not to work out, but not to work out on your rest day, because rest days are very important.
Right. We need days of rest and recovery when we're working out or training hard. And a lot of people come to us and they'll say, oh, I feel guilty, I didn't get to the gym today, or I'm going away for the weekend or something like that. But there's actually benefits to taking time off from exercise.
All right, so if you're out there and you do work out a lot, we're not saying, take 5 days off, but how many days of rest days should you be taking?
Well, if you're hitting it hard like 5 to 7 days a week for a month, you can actually plan a week of rest into that.
Okay.
But if you're an average exerciser, you can incorporate different days of rest into your exercising. So if you're doing cardio some days, like if you're a jogger and you run, and you're running, you can actually do light jogging one day, and that would be a recovery day.
Okay.
If you're doing a lot of weight training, you might want to incorporate a day of yoga in there to use as a recovery day. But it's also important to rest as well. You need sleep and proper nutrition as well to rejuvenate our bodies. And when we are sleeping, we are actually working on protein synthesis and building muscle. So it's important. And repairing. Yes.
Okay, and water. We can't forget about
No,
water.
proper hydration is very important, especially as we get older and in older populations, and we'll talk about that at another time.
Okay, so next week we are going to talk about a certified trainer. What is a certified trainer? How are they different, right, with working out?
Right, and we're also going to give you some tips on if you want to get into the fit biz.
All right, Fit Biz here at Core Fitness next Monday here on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Some cloudy skies in the Hazleton area today. A bit brisk outside, too, as we head into the forecast, courtesy of the National Weather Service. Tonight, mostly clear skies are expected, our low dipping down to 39 degrees. And then moving on to the extended forecast. Tomorrow, the sunshine returns with temperatures up near 63 degrees. Tuesday night, a clear sky with a low around 45, a little bit warmer. And then on Wednesday, plenty of sunshine, a high of 65 degrees. Partly cloudy skies for Wednesday evening, our low around 46. On Thursday, more sunshine, more of the same, temperatures getting up to around 66 degrees. Partly cloudy on Thursday evening with a low around 47. And Friday will be the warmest day of the week, mostly sunny for our Friday with a high temperature of 72 degrees. And then on Friday night for all the football games, mostly clear skies with temperatures dipping down to 49 degrees. Now on tonight's community calendar, Holy Trinity Orthodox Church on South Kennedy Drive in the borough of McAdoo will be having a free meal, and that will take place this Saturday, September 27th, from noon until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Everyone, of course, is welcome to attend. And now, as Kenny says, time for the green screen as we give you your midday winning lottery numbers from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Today's daily number, 967, the Big Four, 9699, Quinto, 65686, the treasure hunt numbers, 1, 4, 5, 20, and 30. We'll be back with more right after the break.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
The Penn State Hazleton campus has a new athletic director. Ryan Airy of Williamsburg, Virginia, officially took over that post effective September 15th. Airy previously served as the Senior Administrator of Championships for the U.S. Collegiate Athletic Association. He is the second athletic director at the Hazleton campus, replacing Dr. Thomas Cassis, who retired back in December after 40 years at the campus. In his new position, Ari, a native of Montrose, will be responsible for leading a dynamic athletics, recreation, and intramural program at the Penn State Hazleton campus. We wish him the best of luck. Well, congratulations go out to FYI's very own Ronnie Marchetti, who was roasted on Friday night by the Hazleton Elks Lodge. FYI's Andy Fisher was among those doing the roasting. While the roast definitely had its moments of laughter, the real reason was to acknowledge the love of sports that Ron Marchetti possesses and shares with our viewers and you as many friends. And if you would like to see the video that was put together by our Andy Fisher and shown that night, you can go to our Facebook page or YouTube. Congratulations, Ronnie. We love you. Well, last night marked a major milestone in local sports. The Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Fame inducted its newest members for the class of 2014. Last week, it was our very own Kenny, Kara, and Dave who talked about it. Congratulations to those whose names have been added to this most prestigious group of athletes for the entire Hazleton area. Well, it is time now to recap week 4 of high school football action. Hazleton Area's high school Cougars are looking to get their first win of the season and their first win under their new coach, Mike Brennan. The Cougars fell to Williamsport on Friday night, 26-14. The Cougars held the lead in this one until the Millionaires managed to rally for a come-from-behind victory. Crestwood went in all guns a-blazing on Friday night as they ran over the Patriots 62-14. Quarterback Jay Popson tallied 112 yards with 3 touchdowns. The Comets are now 4-0. Now, something had to give Friday night at North Schuylkill. The Marion Colts and the Spartans both went into that game undefeated, but only one could emerge unscathed. The Spartans topped the Colts by a score of 47-26. John Rapinski racked up 5 touchdowns and 305 yards for the Spartans, who had a total of 540 yards on offense. It was a nail-biter in Minersville Friday night as the Golden Bears managed to eke by the Miners 21-20. Quarterback Mason Ryan led the Golden Bears with 77 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns as the Bears now improved to 3-1, leaving the Miners still looking for win number 1. Meanwhile, Panther Valley topped Shenandoah Valley 33-21 to earn their first win of the season. And in overtime action, the Blue Raiders defeated the Hurricanes 26-23. So here is your coal scale for week number 4. In lignite, meaning they need a spark yet to get things going, we have Hazleton Area and Shenandoah Valley. In our bituminous category, it is Marion, Tamaqua, and Mahanoy area. And finally, in the anthracite division sits North Schuylkill, who remains undefeated. In the Beast of the East Water Polo Tournament, the Lady Cougars managed to finish with a 2-2 record on Friday night. They defeated Penn Charter 12-5, but fell to Penn Ridge 8-5. On Saturday, the Lady Cougars were edged out by Hill School 10-8, but managed to best Pottsville 12-8. The boys did not fare so well in the tournament as they fell to Penn Ridge and Upper Dublin on Friday night and to Pottsville and St. Benedict's on Saturday night. And here are the games of interest tonight on the scoreboard. In boys soccer, we have Hazleton Area at Lake Lehman, North Schuylkill is at Pottsville, and Pine Grove is at Tamaqua. Turning to girls soccer, the Lady Cougars will be hosting Lake Lehman. In field hockey, it will see Crestwood traveling to Berwick to take on the Lady Bulldogs. And in tennis action, the Cougars will host the Comets, and the Preppers travel to Wyoming Valley West. Wrapping up tonight, we have volleyball with Hazleton Area traveling to Wyoming area, Mahanoy area at Williams Valley, Tamaqua is at Marion, and Blue Mountain will be at North Schuylkill. Well, it's Monday night. You know what that means. Time now for Ron Marchetti and Trivia Treats.
Bloomsbury Fair Week, Monday, September 22nd, the day after the Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Fame 10th annual induction banquet that was attended by 404 people. Hi, everybody, and happy birthday to Tom Lasorda, who was celebrating his 87th today. Certainly was an enjoyable affair yesterday and early evening at Genetti's Best Western, where 14 and one teen were inducted. This is Trivia Monday, so here's another question for you. Who is the only major league pitcher to strike out at least 15 batters and throw a shutout in his major league debut? The answer is coming up. Think who. On this day, in 1955, exactly 59 years ago, Rocky Marciano retained the heavyweight boxing title that he had held since 1952 with the 9th round knockout of 38-year-old Archie Moore at Yankee Stadium. That fight was actually scheduled for the day before, but was moved back a day because of hurricane warnings. It would prove to be Marciano's last fight. The Brockton blockbuster officially retired on April 27, 1956, at the age of 32. His record, 49-0 with 43 KOs, will never be echoed. He was the only heavyweight champion that retired undefeated. 32 years ago tomorrow, Penn State squeaked past Nebraska 28-24 with two controversial plays in the closing seconds at Beaver Stadium. The Cornhuskers came into that game ranked number 2 in the AP rankings, and Penn State was number 8. Now, the answer to our question. Dodgers pitcher Carl Spooner had a spectacular Major League debut, hurling a 3-hit shutout with 15 strikeouts for a 3-0 triumph over the New York Giants at Ebbets Field in Brooklyn on September 22nd, 1954, exactly 60 years ago today. Spooner was only 23, but his bright future was ruined by an arm injury that he suffered during spring training in 1955. Spooner was 8-6 with a 3.65 ERA in 1955, and he made his last start in the 1955 World Series against the Yankees. However, his last Major League start only lasted 1/3 of an inning. Have a great week. I'll see you Friday. Till then, be a good sport. Stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, happy birthday to Bobby Meso. This which comes with love from your family, friends, and all of us at SSPTV. Also tonight, Hazleton Trinity Lutheran Church, located on Church and Hemlock Streets, will be having 2 events this Sunday. During the 10:30 a.m. worship, they will be having a backpack blessing. Children can bring their backpacks, have them blessed, and receive a gift. And at 2 p.m. in the F.H. Sharpless Park, we'll be having a St. Francis Day blessing of animals and pets. More information, please call 570-454-3492. And finally, St. Mary's Catholic Church in Ringtown will also be holding a feast of St. Francis Blessing of Animals on Friday, October 3rd after the 6 p.m. Mass. For info about this event, call 570-889-3850. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Raymond M. Marusak of Hazleton. Funeral is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. from the John J. Pustay Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Doris E. Monty of Freeland. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. Arlene G. Pepsney of Hazleton. Funeral is Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the Hazel Chapel of the Crawford Hughes Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. Thomas Charnigo of Freeland. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. And John E. Conahan of Hazleton. Private services will be held at the convenience of the family from the Fierro Funeral Home.
Thank you for joining us on FYI this evening. Please keep in mind if there are any breaking developments in the ongoing search for accused killer Eric Frayne. We will, of course, post them to our Facebook page, and you can also log on to standardspeaker.com or else go to their Facebook page as well for breaking news and alerts. Have a great evening, everyone. See you tomorrow.